Yesterday's lessons, today's conversations.
My name is Salma Thuwairi.
And my name is Maria Abdelhamid, and today's topic will be sharing the experience we had last Thursday. It was a volunteering opportunity. Then we're going to have an interview with one of our teachers sharing her experience as well as advice.
Okay, so first of all, we're going to start with the volunteering experience.
Yes.
So last Thursday, we went to Corniche to volunteer with sponsored by IFA.
Yes.
And it was basically a marathon for people with special needs, and we were there to go and support them. We would stand in line waiting for them to pass by, and we would just cheer for them.
And we'd ensure that no one goes out of line to make sure everyone is in the right position at that time and cheer for them. And well, I think we should explain our different point of views.
Okay, so I remember when I first saw them, I was really excited for them. A lot of people, were really excited, and I was just, clapping for them.
Yeah.
But I remember this one specific point where they were about to start with the marathon, and the person working there was telling them to start clapping, to get excited and everything. And I just realized that half of them couldn't even clap. And it really made me emotional. I don't think I've ever realized how I take things for granted.
Yeah.
A lot of people couldn't even clap. Well, I was there clapping and cheering for all of them.
Exactly.
I don't know, it just clicked something in my brain.
For me, I think it was a different moment where I felt the same emotion, but I was crying the full time, if I'm being honest.
Me too.
I was holding tissues in my hand and blaming it on the wind. But I believe when everyone started coming to the end line and we're clapping for them, I'd see their faces they'd be so stressed out about reaching, and then as soon as we clap and cheer, they'd smile and
they'd
laugh.
start running.
Yeah, and they run, and some of them clap our hands, and it just was something that just was so moving to me, because I realized I should be grateful for everything I have. They don't wake up the same way we wake up. They don't experience the thing. We stress out about going to school every day and attending extracurriculars and so on, but they can't even do that. So
for example, waking up early at, let's say I wake up at 5 a.m. okay, because I go by bus, and I dread it. I hate it. I'm I just want to stay in bed. I don't want to move. A lot of people genuinely can't move. They genuinely cannot get up. And I don't know, just after that, I felt it opened up a new world for me. I realized that a lot of the things that I do every single day, and I don't think about it, just washing my hands.
Drinking water.
Exactly. They couldn't even raise a finger. They couldn't raise a hand.
Yeah.
It was really sad.
And at that moment, that trip reminded me of another opportunity we had, which was last year when we went to an orphanage. And that day, I left that place and my brain was just
I felt like a whole new person, honestly.
Yes, because being in the place where they stay in, seeing how they live every single day with no parents by their side, just made me
I felt like the place was so colorful and it had so many toys, and you'd think it was a nice place to be in. But those kids did not seem happy, because a lot of the things they had that we have every single day, like our family, like our own room, our own privacy.
The colors didn't mean anything to them.
Exactly, the colors did not. It was more about, they didn't care about toys. Even as a young age, as babies, as children, they didn't care about the basic things that a normal child should care about. They cared about, when is my mom coming back? And I don't know, it felt like I'm so grateful that our school provides us these type of volunteering opportunities, because it really opens up our eyes on the simple things that we don't recognize through education or from books. Exactly. These are things you get from experience.
And we truly hope that this episode opens so many people's eyes on this topic, because I feel like so many people ignore these topics, or they're not really mentally aware about them. So hopefully that makes a change.
Exactly.
So that was all for the first part of the episode. And right now we're on our way to go to the Raka Corniche to help volunteer in the handicap marathon. So we're going there with the help of the company IFA to help volunteer and organize the full place. waiting for the interview with our teacher. So yeah.
Okay. Bye. So,
Yes.
good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So, how are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you two doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Okay. So, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Aisha Mushtaq, complete name Aisha Mushtaq Harun Rashid, and I am a teacher here in FIS Islamic School under the Marif Education, and I'm your teacher also for English. Yes, I teach you guys in grade 12 about life and about literature.
We love it.
About life and a little bit, a lot about literature, a little bit of life also, just here and there, right in the inference.
So you joined school last year.
Yes, I joined school.
What inspired you to join our school? And how was your experience?
The first thing that I'll be really honest is that Marif Education has a very great reputation when it comes to, treating their employees fairly. Yeah. They have a very great work ethic, and they have a great reputation when it comes to the international market or even in Saudi Arabia as one of the great academic leaders. So yes, anybody would be super happy to be, part of that culture. So I was really fortunate, and thanks to Miss Saman, because she gave me a chance and she chose me, and I was so fortunate to working here. I was so aesthetic, was that I'm gonna be
good.
How's
your experience in it?
Amazing. I'll be really honest. I love teaching. The first thing that is, guys, that is gonna be the baseline of everything is that I love teaching. So I'm not choosing it just for the sake of it, that I want to be here or something. This is my career. I enjoy doing it, as you must have witnessed.
Yeah.
I love it. I love teaching. This is what I would do for the rest of my life. This is not just something that's sort of a hobby, or I'm going to switch something in the future.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to do it for the rest of my life. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be a teacher. That's about it. Full stop. So yeah, I enjoy it, and I loved teaching here. Not just you guys, but also my other students as well. And for me, teaching is something that comes through passion and also empathy.
Yes.
As I talk about it a lot. Empathy. You need to be an empath to be a teacher, because it is great responsibility to go through, what your child must be going through. They are your children. Even if you're teaching and you're an inspirational mom, as I like to say it, that you're the inspirational mother in this educational setting. So as your inspirational mother, or your spiritual mother, you need to know what is going on, maybe behaviors, or calming the anxiety down of your students, of your children. So it needs to come through passion. If you're gonna just take it as a job, you might not be able to convey or be the change that you want to be in somebody's life. So I feel so that it needs to come through passion, that you're here for a reason, not just for the, let's be honest, for the paycheck or something, but also to create or ignite this fire in your students and in your children and in your daughters to do something that would be better in their future, and to inspire them to do good, and how education is really very important. So if the teacher is not passionate, that message is not going to get conveyed. So I feel so it was get lost in the translation somewhere.
Yeah.
So you need to be really passionate about this job to love it.
I love that.
Yeah, to love it, you need to be passionate. You need to feel the connection with your students, and to see them as your daughters or as your children, and then you would be super passionate, or be very much interested in what they want to do in the future and where they want to be, and to help them be there. Rather than just being like a name on the paper, you need to help them. Maybe even not just with reference letters and with essays that are going to be published, or maybe research papers. It's not just this building. It needs to be more than that to help them in the future.
It starts off from the teacher, because you see her every day.
Yeah, you see her every day. It's like half of the time you're spending with your parents, right? The other half you are spending at school. So if you're at school and if you don't like your teachers, or you're not getting inspired by them, that's going to be a huge problem. First thing. Second thing, also from a teacher's perspective, if you are in this building, if you're in an educational, in an academic setting, and you're not enjoying it, it's going to show up in the way you're performing, in the way you are communicating with your students. And the students are smart also. They would catch it that the teacher doesn't want to be here or she doesn't want to do anything with me. Okay, so I understand there is absolutely 80% needs to be the educational part in it. You need to pass forward the knowledge, you need to go forward, you need to ignite the light, you need to pass on the candle. However, on the other side, you need to also take care about the mental health of your students. Be very vigilant in terms of, checking up on them. Because there must be something going on behind the folds that you might be able to help. It might be a small little thing. Maybe an essay is troubling her or something. So you can be there. Or maybe she's just anxious about her exam. And you can just give a pep talk and it will help her.
Yeah.
I feel so,
You're making me think that I want to change my major now.
Be an engineer.
We'll all become English teachers now.
Be an engineer. I'm counting on that, Maria. Really. I want you to get into the foreign university. I'm counting on that. One down, one to go. No, 4 more to go. There are 4 more in the class. So, I'm counting. I have a list, and I'm like, okay, 1 is down. Okay, who else? So I'm counting on that. You're gonna be amazing engineers or whatever you guys are gonna be in the future. And because I always say this, not that I'm saying that in front of both of you. You guys are the star of the show. So inshallah, you're gonna be amazing, and it would be an honor to see you guys both shine.
Thank you. Yes.
So inshallah, I'm counting on this. Okay.
Okay, we have a little fun question for you.
Yes, sure.
So what's something that a lot of your students don't know about you?
A lot of the students don't know about me. I think so. Most of you know that I enjoy cooking, which is a very cliche answer, but I can sing too at times.
Really?
If I want, I can sing. I can, a little bit tune here and there.
I didn't know that.
I like to sing, but in solitude. So that the people's ears are going to be like, saved.
No, miss, no.
So I like to sing. What else? One thing that I'm a very huge family person. I love big gatherings. I love huge gatherings. I'm a very, family person. Like my clan is big. So I'm not that person who is going to be like, a little bit taken aback when people come to her house or something. I enjoy it to the end. That I love to be the host.
That's nice.
I am literally Monica from Friends. I'm telling you that I love to be the host. I love to cook. I love to cater towards people. So that is a huge thing. Even in my household, I love to do it. I love to cook for people. I love to bring gifts for people. That might again sound like, oh my God, she's like trying to say no. I don't want my gift to be that big. It's fine if you don't even wish me or whatever, or either way. I want to give the gift. So that brings the smile on that person. Oh, I love it.
This I could totally relate to that.
I love it. I love it that you secretly know what that person wants and you get them that, and then they're like in shock. I love that. Shock. I love it.
This is going to be a kind of strange question.
Okay, perfect.
But if you weren't a teacher, what major would you pick?
Oh, I would have been an Egyptologist.
Really?
Yeah, I would have been an Egyptologist. I would have been a great anthropologist because the anthropology was the second thing that had me super, super interested. And I really wanted to study that. However, I'll be really honest, because of certain things in life, I couldn't pursue it because it was too difficult for me to just go and live in Egypt and study and be an Egyptologist. So I just put a halt to that. However, I was always a bookworm, so I was always interested in books. I would read books, anything or everything. It can be related to religion, to politics, to international relations or literature, any literature, maybe even Arabic literature that is translated to English. Any book, I would read it for the sake of it because I love books. So if I would not have been that, I would have been into anthropology.
I guess then we were lucky that you became a teacher.
And I'm teaching you English, right? Yeah. I hope that you guys fell in love with literature.
We really have. The way you kind of explain the stories to us, it's really fun.
It's amazing that you guys enjoyed it, and you fall in love a little bit, like in literature, as I am in love with literature. So So there is the answer to that. I would have been hidden between the pyramids or something with my, microscope or whatever the device is in the scientific name.
Yeah.
Or I would have written research papers. I did write a research paper about, Tutankhamun and Akhenaten. I was that much interested in that. So yeah, I would have been that, but things took a different turn. So alhamdulillah, ala kulli hal, I'm here, and I'm really blessed to be here. Alhamdulillah. Yes.
Okay, we're just gonna end this off with last advice you'd give to any students.
Last advice I would give to any student is just please live in the moment. Please try to enjoy the moment that you are in, and things are gonna take a very great turn. It's just around the corner. And the second thing is believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, do your best. Just leave it to the omnipotent, the omnipresent, and He will work wonders. Okay. So, and one thing I always tell to my students, that I always tell you guys also, it is said by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I am how you perceive me to be, right? So you do your best, you put in your hard work, and then you leave it on Him, and have, as law of attraction says, that you need to believe good for the good to happen to you. So just be positive that, He's gonna bring amazing things to your line and to your way and your path, and it's gonna happen. You would see it working, because He is how you perceive Him to be. So if you perceive Him to be that He's gonna be grateful, He's gonna be grandful, and you're gonna be grateful, it's gonna happen. It's gonna come your way. Positive attitude towards life changes huge things.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sweethearts. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're more than welcome.
Let's prepare the questions. Let's prepare the questions when we're gonna ask them. Let's prepare the questions when we're gonna ask them. Photography being bad.